Hey Capricorn, welcome to your messages for the month of July 2019. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. It's good to have you guys back again. I went ahead and switched up some things for this month. I wanted to experiment a little bit with the angle, and I went ahead and set out your first layer just to kind of save some time. So let's go ahead and jump right in, because you guys have some pretty strong energy that you're going to be dealing with, I feel, for at least the rest of the year. You have 5 major arcana: the Hierophant, the Tower, the Devil card, the Magician, and the Death card. So definitely some big player energies going on here. Let's go ahead and jump right in, because it's pretty interesting. So at the center of your reading, Capricorn, you have the Ace of Pentacles. And on either side of that, you have the Tower card and the Death card. So the way that I'm reading this center row is that, for one, some of you guys may be coming out of a period of unemployment. You may have been fired, you may have been terminated, you may have just quit, but definitely I feel, with the Tower card being here next to the Ace of Pentacles, a lot of you guys may be coming out of a period where you were unemployed. Death card on the other side, kind of reiterating that. And now you're looking at a new opportunity, a new way of making money, a new job. So for those of you who stuck it out, you're definitely getting rewarded in the month of July, if not already. Another interesting thing that I'm seeing, Capricorn, is looking at these 3 cards here. You have the 7 of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Magician. Some of you, I feel, in this period of waiting, or in this period of being unemployed, maybe you had to get really creative about different ways of making money. You had to get very strategic. You had to kind of dig really deep. And so now you're kind of in this 7 of Pentacles energy, where maybe some of you guys are kind of wanting to be your own boss. Maybe you're wanting to explore the world of being an entrepreneur and do your own thing. That's definitely being reiterated here with the Magician card. You see the appeal in running your own show. And with the Death card here being on the other side of the Tower, as I said, some of you guys, I feel, were just really sick and tired of the office politics, the hierarchies, the drama, the gossiping. Maybe you were working under people who were not good at their job. I mean, you were frustrated because you were maybe doing other people's jobs for them. And so definitely with the Death card here, a lot of you Capricorns are just kind of at the point where you're saying enough is enough. You're tired of it. You don't want to do it anymore. You feel undervalued, underappreciated, and you're just ready to move on. 6 of Swords here is kind of reiterating that message as well. I always read the 6 of Swords energy as being an internal mental journey. And so with the Devil card being here, some of you may have, like I said, you may have had a toxic boss, manager, someone who was very sort of heavy-handed. They were always giving you work, even when they saw that you were tired, when they saw that you had a lot on your plate, when they saw that you were overwhelmed. They just kind of kept giving you work, giving you assignments, giving you things to do. And maybe they were kind of keeping you under their thumb, in a sense of like overworking you and giving you just enough pay to where you couldn't quite complain, but definitely not enough pay that you were deserving for the amount of work that you were doing. And so, very toxic relationship here. This doesn't have to be a boss though. It could also be toxic a toxic work environment as far as coworkers. You could have had a lot of coworkers who were just kind of dumping their errands on you. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you handle this for me? Blah, 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 blah. And you found after a little while that you were just kind of doing everyone's job for them. As I said, with very little notice, very little appreciation. And now you're just kind of at the point, Capricorn, where you're just ready to let it die. You're just like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm over it. You guys are unprofessional. You're lazy. All of these things. It may have gotten to the point where you took your boss aside. You have the Hierophant here above the Tower card and the Devil. You may have taken your boss aside and said, you know what? I'm quitting, or I'm resigning. Let's go over my contract and see what I'm owed, what you guys can keep, etc., etc. So you may be in the process of reviewing that with a authority figure at your job if you are still kind of working out this Tower card energy where you're letting it go. You're just kind of letting it crumble. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of you guys are really, like, you're just kind of like, you know what? I'm a goddamn Capricorn. I can do this. Like, I know how to work hard. I know how to have discipline and structure and routine, and I can be my own boss. And that's kind of where you guys are at. Like, you're just wanting to rebuild your own resources, tend to your own garden. You are more interested in just kind of having things of your own. Like, you're just kind of tired of doing for other people. And so that's kind of where you're at. Queen of Wands as well. You guys are just, it's sort of, the month of July, I feel, is sort of a time of reclamation for you. You're just like, okay, like I'm gonna start doing for me. And I find it interesting that you have this next to the Seven of Pentacles, because you're just kind of like, yeah, fuck this. Like, it's gonna be all about me from now on. I'm looking to have success my own way. I want my independence back. I want my confidence back. You're really tired of being under the thumb of people who weren't appreciative of you. All right, so hopefully that first layer made sense for you, Capricorn. We're gonna move on to your second layer now. Additional messages for Capricorn. What else does Capricorn need to know for the month of July? Please make it clear. Let me know what you guys think about this angle as well. I kind of like it, but you guys let me know. It's not about what I like. All right. So second layer, Capricorn, we are looking at the Queen of Cups at the center. Ooh, the Nine of Cups reversed. King of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Nine of Wands, Ten of Cups, the Strength card, Two of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm looking at these three center cards here. This is you at the center, and yes, I know you're not a water sign, but this is definitely the energy that you may find yourself embodying, especially with eclipse season around the corner, like literally in a few days. And the solar eclipse is going to be in the sign of Cancer. So you may be feeling more emotional. You may be feeling more, I mean, and it could be either depending on your chart and how it's hitting you and what your aspects are. Some of you guys may be feeling very lethargic in the month of July. Some of you may be very just sort of in control, very stable emotionally. But in any case, this is kind of the energy that you're moving out of starting in the month of July, if it hasn't started already. So definitely with the Nine of Wands, feeling trapped, feeling a sense of obligation to people or things. You're just kind of letting that go, as I said. And I do believe that this Nine of Wands is on top of the Tower card. It is. So yeah, you're letting things go. Oops. Letting things go, and you're moving on. You're giving those obligations back to other people. And in return, you're getting to your 10 of Cups, which is your emotional fulfillment, your emotional abundance, feeling lighter, feeling a sense of prosperity. Some of you may find that you are feeling a little combative in the month of July with this Five of Swords here. Feeling like you are having to fight with people or explain yourself, defend yourself, feeling that there is tension and conflict between you and other people. And be careful, Capricorn, that these are not just things that you are creating in your mind, but that, you know, if there is conflict that arises and you do have to kind of handle it or take care of it, make sure that you're doing it make sure that it is justified, and make sure that you are doing it in a way that is indicative of the Queen of Cups. So try to be as graceful as possible. But also at the same time, remember that it's not your job to make sure that everyone understands you or what you're doing with your life or what your path is. You know, just say your piece and then let it go. It's up to others whether they accept it or not. And I do see Two of Cups here, that you guys have a decision that you are going to be faced with. So for some of you, I feel like this kind of ties into your first layer. It could be deciding to rejoin the traditional workforce, or it could be, as I said, stepping into that more entrepreneurial role. So that could be the decision for some of you. For others of you, King of Swords here, you could be faced with, could be a relationship. Well, it could be a new relationship, but I feel like for a lot of you, it is also an existing relationship. You have the Nine of Cups reversed here, and he's sitting next to the King of Swords. So some of you might be in a place where you're not feeling connected to your partner anymore. You're not feeling that love. You're not feeling like the relationship is flowing in a good direction. Some of you may feel a little stagnant in your existing relationship, or someone that you've been dating for a while. And so maybe the decision lies in either, you know, choosing yourself or choosing that person. Some of you, I feel like whoever this partner is, and he is showing up as a King of Swords, but it could also be female. For some of you, I feel like this partner might also be making you feel guilty about work, or maybe there's a jealousy there, or an envy, or some sort of bickering or arguing about job or work stuff or opportunities that are coming your way. There might be a slight neglect that they feel, maybe with the Nine of Cups being on the other side. Maybe this person is feeling neglected. Maybe they are feeling like you are, and I know that this is very sort of trademark for Capricorn, that, you know, you guys get very wrapped up in your work, very very action and goal oriented, always moving and pushing toward what it is that you're wanting to accomplish and achieve, and sometimes that comes at the expense of your loved ones. So don't be surprised if in the month of July there is a conversation that maybe needs to be had between you and your loved one, maybe setting them down and making it clear to them, hey, like, this is what all is on my plate. I'm sorry that I haven't been there, etc., so that you guys can come kind of full circle back into this 10 of Cups. So you're basically, what you may have to work toward in the month of July is transmuting this 9 of Cups and turning it into an upright 10 of Cups. So kind of restoring the balance there. And it's going to take a lot of work. You have the Strength card here. And this is in the sense of actual work and in the sense of your romance. So some of you may be overworking yourself as well. So be careful of that, Capricorn. But really what I see from you guys is a balancing act in starting in the month of July. And you're going to have to take some things off of your plate, Capricorn, especially with this Nine of Wands here. There's a lot of things that you're holding on to because you feel like you have to, and you don't. So you're gonna kind of have to look at things from an outside perspective and see, you know, what can you let go of and what can you keep, and how can you effectively restore that balance in the month of July. I think that's all I see for you. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys got something out of this. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.